welcome back to The Ones. This is a show we do on the Chicago 45 YouTube show. I'm the gracious host, DeRay. We got this cool, back home in Chicago, we say G a lot, G, G, G.
Oh, okay.
He's actually Airick G. So he's embodying this G lifestyle the whole way, man. How you doing today, bro?
Hey, I'm feeling good today, man. Thank you for having me. Thank you for, giving me the platform to share my story on here for sure.
Man, no, like I said before, we appreciate you, getting on this the YouTube show and just sitting down with us for a little bit. We can talk about the music and your journey. Before we do this, for everybody out there who's going to be watching, go like, go subscribe, go hit all these things. Go follow his music everywhere on Apple Music, Spotify, everywhere.
Appreciate
Title's on Title. It's on Title.
You said what? Yeah, it's on everything. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, Amazon, every streaming platform out there.
Can you bootleg it?
I will hope not. People don't, because we're trying to get paid out here. So.
Hey, but how old are you?
I'm 25, bro.
Okay, so I'm a little older, right? Bootlegging was a cool thing, though.
It was.
It mean the streets fucked with you.
Oh, all right. Well then, yeah, bootleg my shit all day then.
He said bootleg that shit up. Hey man, how do we get here, Airick? Like, give me the start of your music journey.
Yeah, for sure. So I've been doing music, feels like my whole life for sure. Like back in high school, I was really diving more into it. I had a few homies that would just be freestyling, doing like little ciphers after school and stuff like that. We'll be in the car in the Honda Civic, the 2002 Honda Civic, just spitting bars back and forth, just chilling. You feel me? Like, I feel like that's where I started, and I would listen to an artist a lot heavily back in the day, like in high school, Kid Cudi. We all love Kid Cudi, and I feel like if I can remember, that's what really catapulted me into like, you know what? I really fuck with like what he's saying. Can I cuss in here? I don't know if I can cuss in here. I really mess with what Kid Cudi is saying. Like, just I could relate to it, and that was the first time I ever was able to relate to any type of art or music or anything was with Kid Cudi, and I was like, wow, like this is dope. Like I didn't know that I could feel this certain way towards a song or this and that. I'm like, I might want to do this. This is really dope. So I just started to do my homework and just on a lot of MCs and the music industry and everything. I was like 17, bro, 17, 18. And years later, I started this with like no team, no nothing, no knowledge of doing this. I just knew that I'm like, all right, I want to do this. I just don't know how to go about it. And, I live in LA, so this is like the mecca. Oh, shit.
Oh, you good.
I'm
keeping that in there, too.
Yeah, keep that shit in. There's bloopers and shit. So I live in LA. This is like the mecca of like everything, bro. Like you have people from like mid East Coast and all over the states coming to LA or now Atlanta, like New York. There's a bunch of spots, but I'm fortunate enough to live in LA to network and do all that crazy shit. So, I just kind of took advantage of that. I started just going to networking events, from meeting my manager, PR, and then I got into just the whole thing, bro. I can go on and we can get into it too, but that's kind of like where I catapulted. It started from nothing, not knowing anybody. I just knew I wanted to do it. And then years later, I started to just create teams. Like, hey, I fuck with you. I like your music. Let's work. Oh, I like you. Your beats are hard. Let's work. This and that. And then we just kind of started just building everything up.
Now, being from LA, right?
Yeah.
I love the music. I'm from Chicago, so our music is kind of like it mirrors a little bit as far as like the gangster music, the gang culture music, as far as drill and you guys like the Tupac, the YGs, the gangster rap is heavy. Were you ever in a mind state to say, you know what, I need to be like that normal LA sound?
For sure. That's a good question. For sure. I've really dabbled in like different sounds because I didn't know. I wanted to cater to certain audiences for sure, and over the course of meeting a bunch of artists, like I think the most influential thing that I've done recently was when I went before pandemic, like I had went to Power 106's The Liftoff, and that's when I met a bunch of artists from like G-Eazy, Ty Dolla $ign, YG. Like I met so many artists that day, and I was like a little fish in a big pond. I like to say that a lot because it was like the first moment that I realized like, oh shit, like this is crazy, just a bunch of artists different sounds. You got R&B, you got like real street, shit like that, like everything. And I was like, where do I fall? Like when I left that event, I was like, where do I fall into place like with my music? You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the type of artist where I like to make feel good music. I like to make music that I like to listen to, like Rex, like Raj, like Logic, like Saba, like all these. I don't know if you know Saba. He's actually from Chicago, bro.
773 baby, 290.
Bro, yes, yes. Saba is so dope. I actually met him at a Grammy pre-party. We can get into that later. But um, I think that's where I started to like not wanting to replicate what's already out there. Because as an artist, I was literally just watching an interview before we got on this about how you have to be your most authentic self in this music industry, because we already have a Kanye, we already have a Drake, we already have this and that. Like, be somebody new, bro. You know what I'm saying? Be something original. And I think from being original starts with you being honest with your story and what you've been through. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
But even with that, right? I'm fully backing you on that one. But I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
please.
Isn't it still hard to break through because you are the anomaly for
Yeah.
people like you who sound like you, or not sound like you, but who are in that same pocket. You are the anomaly, especially coming from like a place like LA, as huge as it is. LA is known for gangster rap. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way around that. Like, it is
Mhm.
known for that. Like back home in Chicago, if you don't rap drill rap, you might not make it out. You get the
Yeah.
Sabas, the guys who can slip through the cracks, but
Mhm.
they not make it out. So even with that, it gotta be like, did anybody ever say, bro, Airick, let's just fuck it, let's thug it out on this track?
Yeah, no, for sure. I've had people like, yo, you should do a trap song. I have people still to this day like, because I'm Latino, you feel me? So they're like, let's do like a straight Latin song. So there's certain things that I still want to do, that I want to try, that I'm working on an EP right now too. So I might want to put, some type of different genres on that too. I just did an R&B song where I like really, really sang for the
We're
first
gonna
time.
talk about that one. We're
Joint.
gonna talk
You
about
know what
that
I'm
one.
saying? Yeah. So like I'm so used to doing like just bar for bar, feel good shit. But I'm like, let me try something new, this and that. And then when I put that song out, it got a lot of great feedback. I'm like, man, this is dope. You know what I'm saying? So I get what you're saying about like I'm from LA, so it's kind of like, you should be doing that gangster, West Coast stuff, which is I'm all for it. Like, yeah, I'll dabble it here and there because those are my roots too. But like I like to stick to what I like to do, like my authentic self, which is that feel good music. Like, I don't know, bro. It's something different.
Yeah, I mean, but also LA has feel good music as well too. There's
Yeah,
people in
bro.
there who make the feel good music. You got the Tigers. I mean, Snoop Dogg, even though he was like heavy gangster rap,
Yeah.
as he evolved, he had some feel good music with him as
Oh
well
yeah.
too. I mean, YG, like that's one of my favorite. He got his like straight up gangster
Yeah.
rap, and he got his feel
Yeah.
good music as well too. Tell me about your Saba story. I gotta give a little love to Chicago. Give me that story.
The which one? Oh, for Saba?
Saba, yeah.
Oh, okay, for sure. So I had went to this was after the whole Power 106 thing. I had went to this Grammy pre-party, pre-pandemic. This was like a couple months before everything, went sour. But I got invited to go to this event with my manager, and it was a Empire event. So Empire is a record label that I would it's like my dream, like one of my things that I've been really, really trying. I actually met Nima recently at Rex Life Raj's album release party, but Nima is like the CEO or like the main head, one of the main heads of Empire. So they had this Grammy pre-party. All the artists that are signed to Empire were there at this event. So like Rex Life Raj, Mozzie, a lot of people from the Bay, and Saba. And I remember I was with my manager. It was like free drinks all night. I was getting lit, bro. Like I was like, let me get another drink, this and that. You know what I'm saying? It was cool. And then I ended up turning the other way, and I was like, oh shit, like that's Saba. Like I told my manager, he knows like my catalog of like the artists that inspire me, and Saba and Rex are definitely top two. So I'm like, man, I gotta go up to like talk to him. But like I'm the type of person like I don't like to like fanboy over people like that,
Yeah.
but I want to like also congratulate them like on all their success and like how they influence my music. So I had went up to him, we chopped it up for a bit, and that I think I have a picture on my Instagram of that. If you're gonna edit it, you can like pop it up right here somewhere. Sorry, there's like kids around, but
No,
Whatchamacallit. Yeah, dude, it was a great experience, like going to that event. It was something that I'll never forget for sure.
Okay. Hey, now question now, as far as like the COVID pandemic stuff, how did
Yeah.
that halt your music creativity, or did it?
Oh man, it was something that was like totally. How do I explain it? I mean, I feel like we all kind of went through our own motions with the whole pandemic thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had just dropped my EP in 2020. It's called Imbalance. That was like my first actual project. So when I dropped it, I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you, bro. Literally, I dropped it like March, like a week before the news broke out about everything, everything. So like a week prior to dropping that, I had no idea what was gonna happen. I just knew I was gonna drop this project, thinking that I was gonna promote it for the next like month. But I was so grateful to drop it. Like at least I had that time frame of a week. If I feel like if I dropped it a little bit like after when the news broke out, it would have completely like just got overshot. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Man,
was
no, I went back. I listened to some of the stuff on the Imbalance.
Mhm.
Boondocks. We're gonna Uber you around the corner to the Boondocks.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Talk to me about the how did you come out the making of that song?
Boondocks, yeah, bro. We actually it was me and my partner Humble. Shout out Humble. That's like one of my main guys. That he's like one of my co-writers. We always write music together, like literally always. And we wrote that song in an hour, in about an hour. We wrote the whole song to Boondocks in about an hour, from like chorus to hook, the you distracting the whole like everything, because like it was just a vibe. Like I feel like that one's more for sure like a West Coast feel good shit. Because we're
Oh
talking
yeah,
about that.
yeah.
I feel like that one's out of my catalog is pretty dope. But yeah, man, I was like going through this little breakup thing, and I was like, man, I want to talk my shit. So that's kind of how like Boondocks came into fruition and everything like that. And that's definitely one of my favorite songs for sure. Like off that project for sure.
Oh no, I added to my playlist because like I said, I like the LA stuff. I like I'm riding in the cut, so I
Yeah,
fuck with
bro.
that heavy heart, man. Bro, so I've listened to the album. There's a lot of reference to mom. How has mom impacted you in your
Yeah,
music?
man. Thank you for even noticing that. That means a lot to me for real. Like I think you're the first interview, and I've done quite a lot where they bring that up. So thank you. Um, yeah, my mom passed away in 2017, and I'm 25 now. She passed away when I was 20, going on 21, and I was lost, bro. Like as anybody would be losing a parent, especially their mom. I was super close to my mom. That was like my best friend. But I try my best to just keep that memory alive, not only in my life, my personal life with like my nieces and nephews, my sister, my family, but like in my music too, for people that don't know me, like yourself. This is our
Yeah,
first time meeting, and like the fact that people could know my story just a tad bit without me explaining it. It means a lot to me. It means that I'm doing my job. But yeah, for sure, man. Like I actually want to touch more on that on this next EP that I'm working on, and just talk a little bit about where I'm at right now, because that EP that dropped in 2020, like I was in a different headspace, and I was like 22, 23. I'm 25 now, and like I want to say what's on my chest of how I feel about that, because I feel like I haven't fully grieved about it, even though it's been like 4 years. Just kind of really never goes away, and I think
yeah, yeah.
that's where my authentic self in my music comes into fruition too, because maybe there's like that there's been plenty of songs where I talk about it, especially on Paradise. I have a song called Paradise where I like strictly talk about my mom's passing, the whole music video and everything. And I had a bunch of people reach out to me saying, oh, I relate to the song because not even that their mom passed away, like it just a loved one. Somebody was saying that they had like a miscarriage, or this happened, they lost this person or whatever. It was just people can relate to it on a level of just like losing people. And that's when I realized, like, man, like music speaks to people on like whatever perspective that they're on. It could speak to them on that level, if that makes sense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like music's a beautiful thing. I love it. That's why I do
No,
it.
I mean, it's weird if somebody said they don't like music. That's
You're
like
weird, bro. You're
I
weird.
can't
Anybody
even
that says that, you're weird, bro. Like,
I
what?
can't even
Like,
couldn't even sit in the room with that person. That'd be
Yeah,
real awkward. Like you gotta like something, right? Like
yeah, for
church
real.
music, country music,
Yeah.
folk music. You gotta like something. I've heard a person say I don't listen to music. Like no, go to jail then. Just be in a corner. Are you a singer, rapper, song? What are you? If like if they had to put you in a box, what are you as far as music?
That's a great question, man. I feel like after the single that I just dropped, titled "It's Excuses" with me and Baby Bea, I feel like I'm very versatile now. I feel like this song solidified that for me because already before that I was contemplating like, okay, like I don't want to just be like, you know, in this box of just spitting bars and this and that. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm very versatile as an artist. And that's why I challenged myself. And this song, Excuses, was super challenging, bro. Like I think it was my most. I didn't even want to put the song out. If I'm being honest, I think this is the first time I've ever told anybody this, or at least whoever was there at the session. I did not want to put the song out. When I left that session, I got the first file back. He sent the WAV file in. I was like, oh yeah, I'm not dropping this. Like I just didn't feel confident in it. It was because I wasn't confident in that avenue of like singing like that. I was more confident in what I was doing, like the hip hop stuff, you know? So I was just like, nah, like I don't like how it's sounding, this and that. I want to change it up. And then everyone that was like vocal raging that day, they're like, nah, bro, just give it time. Like let's come back to it. Let's come back to it. So we ended up coming back to it many times, many studio sessions, and finally, you know, it's what you hear now that's out. And I just feel like, yeah, I push the boundaries every song that I do to not be that typical rapper. I like to consider myself as an artist, as a performer, as somebody that's very versatile, that can sing, that could rap, that could, you know, just make feel good music, you know. And that's I always go back to that feel good music because, dude, it's like it's my life, bro. I'm very soulful. I feel like I had another past, another life, like before this. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Did you feel like because I'm gonna assume Baby Bea is like did I say the name right?
Baby Bea, yeah, Baby Bea.
She's a singer.
She's a singer, yeah, for sure.
Were you a slightly insecure singing next
Oh
to it?
yeah, bro, yeah. I think that's what my homie Humble told me, my co-writer. He was like, I think you feel like intimidated because like you're stepping into this new space of like when I had to record this song, it was like, bro, I'm not even kidding you. Like the whole first verse took like 2 hours. Like literally like two and a half hours. I took like half the studio session, bro. And it was because there's certain things that I was like, let's redo it again. Like let's redo it again. Or things that I thought sounded good. My homie Humble was like, now we gotta redo that take. You know, this note didn't sound a certain way. And I'm like, man, there's so much to like singing on a
Yeah,
track. Other it's like going in there and just spinning bars and rapping, which is
punch me in.
I could do that. That's easy. I mastered that. But the whole aspect of like hitting certain notes and making it sound good, like that's definitely what I felt was most challenging, and I overcame that. And like now I'm like, I want to do another singing song. I want to do another. Bae actually just texted me right now. She said another banger, and she just sent me one of her. That's fucking crazy. That's funny. I'm
No,
gonna send this to her.
when I heard the song, I messaged both of you guys. I'm like, you know what? I like this song, and I want to sit down with both of them. She haven't responded back to me.
Hey,
Um,
bro, I'm gonna reach out to her. I'm like, get on it. She needs that.
appreciate you. No, but I was like literally scrolling through, and I'm like, oh, okay, let me hit this out. And my first reaction was, oh, this dude's a singer. And then I go back, I listen to the music. I'm like, oh no, he's a rapper first.
Oh
So he's
wow.
so you're diving into this space like with no life vest. You just diving in and trying to
Yeah,
make it.
bro, for
And you did
real,
good. You did really good.
bro. Thank you. That
No,
means
it's
so much to
like,
me. Thank you.
oh, I'm gonna let you know that you did good because I got it in my playlist. I don't
Hey,
think I'm playing
all
you.
right.
It's right there, bro. It's there.
Hey, that's what's up, bro.
So,
Yeah.
no, you
Hell
did
yeah.
good. You did. No, it was a really good song. I would have never guessed that was your first time, like
Wow.
singing. So
Yeah. Thank you.
kudos
Thank
to
you.
you, man. Kudos to you. What made you reach out to this young lady to help you? Well, not help. Well, help you sing the song.
Yeah, for sure. No, Bea is a huge part of the song. You know, we so
Hold
Bea,
on. Before you go, she flowed on this mug. She flowed.
oh, dude, the that little princess don't play no that part. That's my favorite
She,
part of the song. The whole
she
song.
flowed.
That's my
She
favorite
flowed
part.
on it. She flowed on it.
Yeah, man. She's amazing. She's honestly amazing. She has, a great vocal range, and I think that was a challenge for her too when we were there because she's so used to doing like monotone music. If you listen to her old stuff, this song we like Humble. Going back to Humble, he's a very talented. He's like damn near my manager in a way. He's like a vocal arranger, organizer. He's a mastermind. But he pushed her to go out of her comfort zone too. Like, man, you gotta like really hit those notes. Don't be scared to like, you know, dig deep for that.
Yeah.
She did it, and I couldn't be more proud of like how everything turned out. Like, it's crazy how I really didn't want to put this song out. I remember leaving the session. I told her like I don't like it. I don't want to do it anymore. Like, let's trash it. And she was like, no, like what are you saying? So I'm so glad that I was riding
You
through
were
it.
just scared. You were scared. You were just nervous because you hurt yourself in a different way, and everybody else hurt you in a different way.
Dude, you're hitting it right on the tee. That's exactly what my homie Humble said. He was just like, you're not used to this. Just trust me, trust the process. Once it's done, once it's out, you're gonna see what people say, and you're gonna be like, oh, I should have listened to you. And then I called him, I was like, I should listen to you, bro. Like,
yeah, because now, like, if you don't ever do it again, it could be like, what happened?
Yeah.
So you got to come back with another. Not saying you got to sing every song, but they're gonna want you to add a little bit of that in.
A little bit of singing into it, and that's completely fine too. Because when I first started doing music, I should have said this in the beginning. I actually wanted to be a singer. When I
we all did. We all wanted to be a singer.
I feel like
I thought I was genuine.
You said I thought I was genuine.
I thought I was genuine my whole life, man. Come on. That's what I wanted to be. Hey, so hold on. I'm gonna play this.
I know I hold a lot of problems that I go through. I take a mile, give a fraction like I won't lose. Give you a reason to question the way we both move. I know I'm running out of time to try to show you. How could I lie about my not be sounding so true? I got some family chains I need to find a root of. Been through a lot of pain, I tuck it cause it's too tough. I swear I'm trying to change, but sometimes it be too much.
All these old excuses and me pulling out my hair. But tonight I just don't care. Stupid me for thinking you were different then. I could change you. Oh, you always been. I made this bed, now I can sleep. It's the messy shit for me.
Hey, who y'all sample on that? Is that a sample in the background?
Possibly. One of my producers had produced it. He sent it over to me with a couple beats, so I should ask him for sure.
I feel like at the end of the song, I feel like I heard something. I was like, I can't put my.
What is it?
I was like, put my finger on it. I just kept like, let me just. It's something that, if not like sample, it's a distant cousin of it.
Yeah, like it sounds really familiar in a way.
Yeah, just that, like that last part, and I'm feel like it's in the background, just hanging around, like putting everything together.
Yeah.
And then the video. So I'm gonna assume this video is, if not as hard for you as well too, because now you got to perform singing again. You got to sing it in the front,
dude. It's so funny you say that. This is funny. This is something I actually want to talk about. So the music video was my first, like, okay, so it's the first song that I'm like singing. I've done songs where like we just straight hip hop rap and like some singing here and there. But this one, what I realized what I should have done a little more is like put more emphasis behind certain notes, because like if you look at a Drake music video and he's like singing high notes and it looks like his face is just like completely monotone, it just doesn't match. And like for me, I feel like certain parts I'm like, man, I don't know, that's just me. Like I was really in there like doing my thing singing, but there's different levels to shooting music videos where you have to like really perform the song, like when you're doing a music video, not even just doing a live performance like that, but actually filming a whole video takes a lot of energy and time. You're not just sitting there like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. That's just me. It's like,
I think the performance is Airick G, like very, suave. I think it went well. Like you got your hand in your pocket, just
bro.
I
was feeling myself.
Just
it was a good time,
around, bro. I like the whole setup, man. I I really, really enjoyed that song, and I'm hoping for more of you venturing into that space because you
Yeah,
did really good in that space as well too.
thank you.
I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You ready? All right.
Yeah.
So as far as like, who are you listening to? Who you listen to? Give me your top three people that's in your headset
Dude, top three right now,
right now.
for sure, Rex Life Raj. This is actually his merch right here. Shout out to Rex Life Raj, Save Yourself. Shout out to Tim, which is his tour manager, who actually invited me to the San Diego show on Tuesday. Yeah. Me and my girl, we drove out to San Diego for like one day just for the show because the artist, his manager invited us, and we're like, we can't say no. So we went, and we ended up meeting a couple people there too. But dude, for sure, Rex Like Raj is top one. If you haven't heard of him, I would really advise you to listen to him. He is my biggest like influence. He's amazing.
Okay.
Rex Like Raj, Saba, Logic. Who have I been listening to that's new? Let me see. Um,
So I'm gonna assume those first two guys, if there was ever like a make a wish for Airick G, you would ask for them to be on a song with you, or you be on one of their songs.
Oh, for sure, bro. Like I'm still trying to make that happen. Like, once I get, once that opportunity arises, I'm hitting up Rex. I'm be like, yo, what's up? Let's do a feature. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's make it happen. But those it's those artists that are the reason that I love to do what I do because I can relate to music like that. And I'm like, man, like I want to make music like this because this shit is the shit that I listen to. So why am I gonna make something else that I wouldn't listen to? I get it. It's a business. That's why I'm a dabble in certain things along the way, but for the most part, yeah, for sure.
Have you ever felt have you ever felt disappointed by music?
Disappointed at like in general or like certain
And
things.
I mean, in your journey with music, let's say things ain't going as planned, or you just feel like it's just not as what you envisioned it to be. Or let's say you're meeting one of your heroes and it's, how they say when you meet your heroes, they ain't really your heroes. Have you
Yeah,
ever been disappointed by like the music? And then also music, because you love music at its purest form, but now, like you said before, like it's a business now. So now it ain't really it could be like not fun as much because you got to do it because it's a job and you want to make it a job. It's not the purest form of you getting up in the morning. Let me just go, play a song. Let me make a song.
yeah. No, I feel like I for sure have had moments of disappointment, which I was kind of talking about earlier, like how I was disappointed in myself of that song because I wanted to trash it because I didn't think it sounded good. But I guess another example I could give is like I guess certain songs that I do drop that I thought that would pop didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a line by Jack Harlow. I think he says, what does he say? He says, "Why I'm not hot yet? That my last project that I thought would make me something that I'm not yet." Something like that. But I relate to that because I'm like, damn, like, as an artist myself, like I'm going 110% into this. I'm investing a lot. I'm doing a lot, like just not even just money, bro, like my time. So I just feel like sometimes, as artists, we all go through this thing where we get in our heads a lot. But at the end of the day, as long as you love the art of it, it shouldn't feel like a job. It shouldn't feel like don't get me wrong, there's days where I do feel like, damn, like, hold on, I gotta like do this, do that. But this is what I signed up for. And I'm ready for it, honestly. Like you got to put in your 10,000 hours to see something, And I've definitely seen sorry, I've definitely seen a lot of I guess progress from my streams going up to like 100,000. A lot of people will never have the opportunity to like have that from my song being on the radio. I've already accomplished so much in so little time in a way that I'm just like, okay, I just gotta keep chipping away at it, keep going. Like Drake says, the minute that I stop having fun with it, I'll be done with it. So I'm having a lot of fun with this still, and I'm gonna keep going and keep just having a good time, dropping music. So that's why I started.
What is the the biggest thing that you're hoping that comes to you doing this music? Let's say in the next 5 years, what do you hope to be at the next 5 years with this?
Great question, for real.
But I mean, music moves so fast. It may not be 5 years. It may be 2 years, maybe 1 year, 6 months.
Yeah,
It don't take that long.
yeah, it may be. You know what? Honestly, like, yeah, for sure. Like, I hope that my music can reach a lot more people in the next coming, months, years, whatever. What you just said. I really wish that the magnitude of things just grows and I keep growing as a person, as an artist. And I just want to help people at the end of the day through my music, through my story of like losing my mom and with my mental, health issues, depression, anxiety, whatever it might be. I just want my music to reach more people to help them in a way, therapy. So, all in time, you just got to keep on chipping away at it and put your 10,000 hours in, as they say.
And you said you got an EP coming out soon.
I got an EP coming out. Yeah, I don't have the name yet. We're working on that. I have about like 2 songs.
I got a name for you.
What's up? Tell me. Give me some ideas.
Singing Airick G.
Oh shit! I might have to use that. Oh, for real. Honestly, bro, like I really want to take my time. I have the idea of like what I want to do with it or the direction I want to go with it for sure. But yeah, no, I have a couple joints on there that are already like done as far as like writing. We just gotta go in and record them and see where it goes for sure.
If a label were to come to you, what would be what you need for you to sign your name on the dotted line as far as like the business? Because I'm learning a lot about like the actual music business itself.
Yeah.
What would you want from them?
100% creative control for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm so big on like Empire. Empire is like just because a lot of my favorite artists are signed to that label. Obviously if another label comes up to me and the money's right and then the contract's good, it's no 360 deal or nothing like that, for sure, like we could talk about it. But for the most part, being independent and with the label, I feel like most reasonable would be Empire because they're kind of like independent in a way because they let you do what you want to do, but they also like back you and give you a bunch of resources like that you can't access if you truly are independent in that way. You know what I'm saying? Like it's tricky, but hey, if it's good, the contract's good, I'm 100% down.
Now, on the flip side, what about like some of the the independent successes like obviously one from my hometown, Chance the Rapper, like major independent success. Yeah. We have this force of a young man, La Russell, who's just been like stumping everybody. He's just stumping. How does that make you feel as far as that route? You're seeing how they're doing it. I mean, you're doing it right now, but like they said, the back end is so much rewarding because what you put in, you're gonna get back twice fold from that.
Yeah, no, I've heard of that so many times. What you put in, you're gonna get twice back, and being independent is a lot more easier nowadays because of social media and things like that. So times have changed for sure. You don't really need a label to back you 100%. It would be nice if it's right, but nowadays, man, like you can literally do it on your own. Like you just gotta make sure you're dope. And I was talking to my friend about this because I got invited to go to the Latin Grammys this year. I'm actually going next month, and this is gonna be something like you're gonna see it, bro. It's gonna be fucking crazy. I'm excited. But he told me like luck isn't something that is just like they always say you gotta have a lot of luck with this shit. But the way he explained it to me was like luck is just like made up. It's when chance and opportunity meet. That's what luck is. And I'm like, bro, I love that. And like I've been just using that in my affirmations, and that's true. That's what luck is. When chance and opportunity meet, it's when they align, and you take that chance when the opportunity comes, and that's what it is.
Man, before we get off, man, I just want to say, man, I appreciate these couple what I feel like I've DM'd you maybe 5, 6, 8, maybe a week ago. And I've been listening to like a lot of the music that you're very, very versatile. I've heard the Latin song. I heard the the love song. I heard the, you know, you rappy talking about the girls and all these things. I heard your vulnerable side, and that's a very, very, you know, not a lot of young folks can, you know, pull it out of them because it's
Yeah.
so easy to do. Like you said, the norm, you know, be where you're from, where I'm from. Let me just rap about, you know, my hood, where I'm from, and all this, and wrap those things out. But you went a different direction, which is, you know, beautiful to see because we need a lot more of that because we got enough of the, you know, the hood rap. We got enough of that.
Yeah, we got the trap. I party to it for sure, but
Oh, for sure. I'm from the west side of Chicago, like the inner
oh,
city,
shit.
like
Yeah.
where like it get rough. It's the jungle. So I grew
Dang.
up on all of that. Chief Keef, like, come on, we the same age. Like,
Yeah,
I grew up on all of that. Chance, all of them dudes, like Kanye, like I grew up on all of that music when it was like really, really like that. 50
yeah.
Cent was one of my favorite rappers
Oh
ever.
shit. Yeah,
Ever.
yeah,
So like you got times and pockets when you can just be like that, but then
yeah.
you wanna put on excuses. You wanna let that rock out a couple of times.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, like I said, I was a Genuine fan too. You know, I thought I was on a pony. You know what I mean? I thought I was out here, man. Bro, I definitely want to have you back when the EP drops.
Oh, for sure.
I
Yeah, yeah.
want to talk about that. I believe me and another part of mine, we're gonna review this video. We're gonna review it. We're gonna sit down and we're gonna say our thoughts and post it up or whatnot. With your blessings. With your blessings. We're gonna do
Dude, do whatever you want with this video, bro. If you
Hey
want to
man,
post it, you want to put on YouTube, Instagram, whatever.
yeah, man, I appreciate you hopping on with me, man, really, really so much. And then I also about your mother, I feel for you. I lost my father at an early age, so there's nothing I can say or anybody can say to make feel that hope for you. None at all.
Yeah.
It's just about your own time, your own journey, and how you deal with it. You know what I mean? But you're a part of a club of a lot of folks that want to be in the club, but we in the club, and you know, it ain't you ain't by yourself. You ain't by yourself in it. You know,
Yeah.
if you ever want to, you know, lash out and vent any of those things, you have that right to do those things. You know what I mean? That's definitely your time, man. But I definitely want to do this again when the EP drops.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go bang this. I'm gonna send this back to the hood in Chicago. You know, cause back home where I'm from, we sit around our round table and we bring music like money. Like who got the good music?
Yeah, that's fucking sick. I feel
If
like we
your
should do that
music,
out here.
yeah, if
Discovering
your
new
music
artists.
trash, don't bring it back in the house.
Yeah. Just leave that
Yeah.
shit out there. We
Leave it
don't want.
outside, man.
Yeah.
And we keep a tally about who brought who to the hood. So like I brought Frank Ocean to the hood. Like
Yeah.
I'm like, I got Frank. Like that's
Yeah.
an automatic dub for
They're
me.
like he's a reasonable, what is it? Trustworthy guy. We could trust him on his word of music, whoever he brings to the table. So if you bring Airick G, they're gonna fuck with it.
I got some folks in my family, I don't trust them with nothing. You can't get the opposite, none of that. None of that, bro. But man, thank you for sitting down with me, bro. Hopefully I'm gonna have this video out by sometime next week, Friday. I got like 2 other videos that I'm chopping up still.
For sure. Let me know once it's out. Just DM me and I'll post it up too. Get it out.
Cool. I'm gonna add you on there as well too. I didn't get to add you. I'm gonna add
for
you.
sure.
Be good, bro.
Thank you, bro. I appreciate you having me. Thank you, and we'll meet each other in the future once the EP drops.
For sure, bro.
Peace
All right,
out,
bro.
brother. Later.